Hi.
Hello. You're going to have to tell me when you uh, go on watch me work, as I have to leave a group. That's what was automatically assigned to one. Wait, it's full. Yeah, yeah. What you doing? How was your week?
What?
How was your week?
Oh, it's fine.
Fine.
Yeah. Nothing bad, nothing good.
Okay. Hmm. Anything interesting
Not in the least.
happen happen this week? What are you going to work on today?
Um, Dragon. I don't know how to explain what I'm doing. We'll see if it works out.
Dragon. That works. Are you on?
Hmm?
Are you on?
On what?
Yeah. Are you streaming?
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Okay. Is there room in your group?
It just says you're next in line to be paired.
Okay, so I'm going to leave. If I leave this group, you're going to be added right into it because it's full. That's crap. Let's try doing this. If I leave and then you click leave, let's see what happens, okay? So we stay on the same uh, window.
It keeps pairing me with your group.
Same. It might be that this site is a bit crappy and on Holy has I don't know. Whatever. Uh, yeah, I guess you're going to have to link me a YouTube video so I can see what you're working on. School's almost out. How's that going?
It's alright, I guess.
What do you mean? Just alright.
It's, I
I
don't really care what grades I get, but there's one class specifically, history, that I want a higher one in. For no particular reason, and then the teacher doesn't want to help, so I'm not gonna get it.
Oh. Hmm. Okay. Bum, bum. Yeah, this sucks. Canvas says it's crap. That is so weird. Right. Are you seeing what I'm working on?
Yep.
Yep. Because you haven't shared your link with me.
Oh, no. Give me a sec.
Mm. Let's see now. This is Nino, right? Or have I seen this one before?
No.
Nope. Dude. Gonna try one more time to pair with you.
I'm back in that group.
Yeah, because I left. Oh, okay, whatever. Crap. This is fine. By the way, looking good. All that perspective, all that jazz.
I'm probably gonna fuck it up.
Are you using a sphere or a cylinder perspective? Yeah, that's what I see there.
4 points. I
So
think
it's
technically spherical is 5 points.
What?
So we'll need another vanishing point
For
underneath
what?
the horizon.
What?
What? In the picture
The horizon is not a
on it.
Vanishing point.
What?
It's the horizon line. The horizon is not a vanishing point. It's the horizon line.
Yeah. Can I finish?
Yeah.
I've got one vanishing point on the horizon line in the picture. I've got one outside the picture on the left and one
Okay.
on the right. And then
Okay.
I've got my 4th point above the canvas, which is 4 points. So I'm missing one beneath the horizon line, which will be beneath the canvas as well.
Your 5th is the angle of the viewer towards the sphere.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I get it now what you're doing. Basically, you drew the point on which the viewer sees the sphere surface.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna fuck it up so bad I'll have to go back to a 2-point perspective, so it doesn't matter.
Why? It doesn't look bad at all.
There's like 6 lines. There's enough time for me to screw it up. Don't worry.
You just need to work on the composition. That's what I think you're missing there, is the balance of the. I don't get me wrong. Like, the work is balanced, but on what rules set? Okay, never mind.
I'm trying to understand what you said, but
you're very like, you're very pretentious of your work. You expect the best, but you're not using any grounding rules. When I mean grounding rules, I mean tried and tested proportions or composition, or like you choose the five point perspective, right? But you haven't chosen anything specifically for the composition. If I'm right, I might be wrong.
I tried to smush it in a, what is it called? Fuck, where you got like points on thirds, roll of thirds, but it just didn't work because I want the dragon to be overwhelming the composition. Yeah.
Yes, you cannot do a roll of third on this one because it has no sense.
Yeah. My other option is Golden Spiral. I haven't tried that. I might.
You have to use that, especially if you want your character to dominate, to have a relation with its background and not be just a portrait. That would be a good idea. You could use the Fibonacci sequence. Sequence is not necessarily, you don't have to necessarily use the golden spiral. You can use the Fibonacci one. You can use the Fibonacci sequence. These are just basic. You can even go, but honestly, you know what? I will go with a cone composition. You can easily do golden ratio measures with that one. You know, just have one object multiply by the golden ratio, and I mean divided by the golden ratio. You have the dragon divided by the golden ratio, and then you get a different part, or you take the or I think it would work much more better in reverse, but then it will be the dragon not dominating a scene, but the scene dominating. If you take the whole bottom section and divide it by the golden ratio, you should get approximately. But it doesn't work so well with uneven objects. I don't know, it's been years and years since I've used that shit. I think you're more in the know than I am. I was just trying to give you a pep talk.
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm trying to digest what I'm hearing.
Or that doesn't have to be like a conical. You can use a pyramid, although the sphere will fuck it up for you. So yeah, a cylinder or a conic composition works best in this. You just draw a freaking cone in it and use the points, the 3 points. It's like using just a triangle, but it helps you with perspective as well, because the base of the cone will tell you the edge where the building starts. Get it?
But how would a cone work when I just have to have the dragon on the left side and to take up a lot of space? How would I smoosh it into a cone?
You don't have to smoosh it. That's you don't get it.
I probably don't.
The point is the points of the geometric shapes tell you points of interest. So you don't even have to like, you will tilt the cone and you will use the base to settle the floor of this composition, because it looks a bit wanky, because you won't try to spherize it, and maybe this will help you, I don't know, force the perspective a little bit different, you know. And the other point could be on the it's preferable to be on the canvas, and you don't have to use the perspective, and it doesn't have to be on a perspective, you know. To the lines of the cone don't have to converge with the perspective line, so you can have the point indicates some part of the dragon, you know, like the head, like something like that. I don't know. Let me try to sketch it out for you.
Yeah.
One moment, please. So, layers. What's the shape? Okay. So I will not try to do the perspective, but I will try to. No, because I'll just jack it up and it will make no sense. If I can draw a freaking ellipse, that would be great. One thing I hate about digital orientation. Like, I feel like rotating the bloody tablet, but I know it's a shit idea. Since it's not Cintiq. But with Cintiq I will do that shit. I will freaking rotate it. So natural workflow for me. By the way, how's the job? Anything else?
Silence.
I feel like I have to silence. I feel like I have to pull your tongue today. So sorry. So basically, yeah, you have the cylinder like this.
Yep.
No, honestly, I would have done the composition like this, like inside the sphere. I think that would be more interesting, but that's not necessarily the way you want. You should do it. There's no freaking rule about it. So I'll do it your way. You don't have to. So you can actually the base. This here base doesn't have to be exactly as the bloody cone. That's not the point of it. Okay, let's use this base. That. So something interesting should happen here. Something interesting here, so I'm going to choose it like that. Okay, I think you'll have to use the cone smaller maybe. By the way, I'm running into problems which I did not anticipate, obviously, because who the fuck can? That's why you test it out. I'm starting to swear when I'm around you a lot. Usually I only do that when I'm angry. So you have the dragon, blah 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 blah. So obviously you would want the head or something right here. Maybe I'll go back a bit. Maybe I would want. Usually this is not a good idea, but maybe I would want a cone that is less pointy. Back to the drawing. You can even use half a cone. It doesn't have to necessarily be a cone. You can use even half a cone, but it complicates because it creates this point where you need to fill it up with interesting things. So you could have actually, let's do it somewhere else. It obviously dominates the scene, but do you want like a protagonist in this scene? So this
Yeah,
would be
but
the
I'm not exactly sure where to put him. Or her, whatever.
well, this solves your problem. You will have to put the protagonist here. So then you will not even go, or the background will not even be on the bloody composition. It'll be here and let's say it's right. Something interesting has to be here also. Hey, mate Soulard, welcome. I'm joined today by Yuri of the Castle, and right now we're debating composition. So I'll have to give you. Hey, I'll have to give you the. I didn't know it was you. I have to give you the link to Yuri since Watch Me Work did not go as planned. So yeah, something like this. Dragon. Oh, you could do the wing. No, it would be stupid. Well, you'll have to do something over here as well, like maybe another person looking really scary, really small. The protagonist over here big, and the dragon's head over here. This is the way you could work a uh, yeah, whatever I said earlier. I just forgot the word instantly for the geometric shape. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, ideally you would have something else on this particular line, but it's not necessary. It will just make it even more stronger. Yeah, that's why I would go with a different steering option like this. Much more better for this type of composition. But like I said, it's unnecessary. Or you can even go, I don't know, maybe like this. So this is the horizon line over here. I'm just throwing ideas out. None of them actually 100% works. But I'm trying to give you like a general sense. Because I will not do the composition for you, as I would want to focus on my work as well. But yeah, this could be an option. Yeah, the bloody wing over here, and this would be the frame. No.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up so I can see the whole thing.
You can press live, and it will catch up.
It is live.
Oh. So, how are you, Mai, today? How was your week? Do you get out of my scribble what's going on?
So basically what you're suggesting is I raise the head and then put something interesting on the lower left corner as well as the lower right.
I was showing how you could use the conical, yeah, the conical composition. You don't have to use it. I'm just suggest. You said you have no idea, so I had to scribble for you. But you know this kind of type, so I guess the only problem is like you have to get a little bit of patience and try out things. There's no problem. There's no problem in actually drawing a shitty sketch, you know. The problem is if your end result is shitty or not. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Like I've done this sketch like 3 times already. The one on the right, and it still looks to me, but it's good enough to make a composition with it. Like the body shape, it's all right. It's usable for me at least. I'm satisfied. But yeah, like the first draft was, she has really freaking long legs, super buffed, tiny chest. She was like this, like a walking a tiny walking bubble man. Crap. Oh, you had the meetup. Nice. Where did you all meet? In Paris or something? Because I stopped reading the Discord entirely a long time ago when I said like I cannot keep up with you. Yeah. You remember Mai, right? She's one of my regulars. I sent her to your YouTube as well, so she has an idea what we're talking about. I think the spiral works better, but you will have to reverse it. It makes no sense because you're pointing at the freaking wing. If you mirror it, yeah, no, mirror it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm just trying stuff out.
No, I'm trying to finish my sentence. So if you mirror it right now and you have points, you would actually have the point on the protagonist, and then it will make sense. See? Ta-da! It really makes sense now. You just have to readjust the dragon a little bit.
A little bit.
Just the wing, like you right now, the wing you could have the wings close in, like
Yeah.
he's pushing the wind towards the protagonist. That would make sense with the spiral. You don't have to do that. Uh,
It's just
you
that
could
um
actually push him a little bit inward, maybe, to have the spiral on his back. I don't know.
hmm.
Even if you just put the character right there where the point of interest is on the spiral, it will still make sense. It doesn't even have to be a fully Renaissance composition. It will just enrich it. Oh, pictures, nice. My nice, lovely. Oh, 100 messages. Fuck me. Like I said, I can't keep up. Keep up. Oh. Bet you had a lot of fun. So this was yesterday? Oh, last Wednesday. Crap. Wow. So it was like last week. Something, or maybe Discord tell lies to me because it says it says here last Wednesday, but I guess it's counting differently. 2 days ago, yeah. Oh, 25th. Nice. Sorry, there we are talking about a streamer. Yeah. Oh, they had a meetup with him recently. You're like, yeah, yeah, whatever. No. Did I just piss you off
What?
did I piss you off with my ideas? But
No?
I hope not. By the way, you don't have to use the spiral to make it be entirely on the page frame. Especially since if you're using an A4 is not a freaking it's not the it's not a golden ratio. You should know that it's actually
Yeah,
divided
yeah,
by
I know.
different pi. Yeah. Smart ass. Yeah, by the way, what is the illustration for? Just for fun? Just portfolio?
I explain it without sounding like a complete asshole. I
You
want
can't.
to draw something that is typical of what I usually do. So I picked a dragon and magic and whatnot, print it out, and give it to one of the teachers that is always like, "Oh, why are you drawing in class?"
Why are you drawing what? Oh, I get it. I forgot you're not in our school.
Because it's the end of the last year. I'm not gonna see them anymore. Might as well.
Yeah. Actually, if I could have done something else, if I was young again, I could have done something else. I would have done with. I would have went to a different career path. I know that sounds a bit weird, but yeah, I would. Something more lucrative. Yeah, this is skinny. Aren't you going to ask me why? You're like, yeah, I don't care.
Who are you talking to right now?
Both maybe. I guess you, Yuri. Yeah, I should mention that. You should mention each time with whom I'm talking to.
Yeah, I didn't get what you mean by if you were younger would have chosen a different career path. Like, different from the one you actually took, or what?
Yeah, I went to art school.
And
It was a
what have
bad
you done?
decision. With it, nothing. This is the last 6 months is the first time I actually do something professionally with it. It's not even related to because I studied fine arts and I did a bit of design
I
and
asked what
illustration.
would have you done? Like,
What
if you
would
could
have done?
change,
Oh,
what would you do?
I don't know, something like in engineering, something covering a lot of math.
Why though? Why would you do that?
Because people are stupid and they need people who can do numbers. That's why. Because of supply and demand. Because
Ah,
I don't have to make the demand. It's already there. Well, it's now I just woken up after 10 years. I mean, I'm 30, so I should have been starting to wake up at 20. Which, yeah, as an artist, I have to make my demand now to supply the art. I think about it, the amount of skill you have and how shitty your pay is. You know?
what?
I mean, think about it, how skilled you are and how shit your pay is right now. And have you even looked a little bit what career path you can take and how much money, how the pay you cap will be? Because you'll have to move on from drawing pretty soon. You can still do you will stay on a creative path if that's what you want, but you will make you will draw the line on how much money you will make, and you realize that even if you want to advance in career, you will have to make someone else do the drawings for you to be lucrative. Especially if you take on lead design or something as a career path, and you'll end up as a lead game designer, not as creative designer. You'll just end up being the one telling someone else what to do. In case you're wondering, that's what Todd Edwards from Bethesda does. He just tells everybody else what to do. And he was a coder. He doesn't code anymore. It's just not worth it. And people are not interested in it. Like they will pay much more someone who can who has someone for their experience rather than their skills. Did that sound too, I don't know, too mean?
It's not mean, I just don't get the point.
The point is we cannot make a lot of money creatively.
I'm not sure I agree. I think the splash artists at Riot make enough.
Enough? Oh, so you're like already signed. That's okay. Bit pessimistic. No, like I said, you can still pursue a lucrative creative career. It's just that doing the actual work does not pay well.
I'm not in the mindset that I need to make as much money as possible. I just want to make enough to live comfortably and maybe like go on vacation every few years or whatever. I'm not gonna become a millionaire off of art.
You'll change your mind in 10 years when you'll have to do the savings. It's alright. Plus, you'll get bored.
Oh, I hope I don't get bored because I can't do anything else.
Now you'll do the same thing, but you'll put someone else to do the work. Everybody ends up that way. Really, you just think about it. Didn't you get bored of school?
Yeah, but I didn't do anything interesting in school.
Yeah,
I didn't draw dragons, or at least.
It's going to be the same with work. You at some point you're gonna draw everything interesting, and then everything is going to be a routine, and someone is going to pay. Was going to convince you to pay. Will pay you more to just do the lead. You know, to lead someone else, lead a project because they will need your experience. This will be about. It will start after 5 years or so. In average, because after 3 years you're a senior designer, concept artist in your case. Are you going 2D or both 2D and 3D? That's actually very sought after. People who can do the concept in both 2D and 3D. No?
I missed what the point is again.
The point is, the career path will lead you to working less and less, and that's good for you.
Yeah, I guess, but not everyone makes it to be an art director. Like, I'm happy that you think that eventually I'll be good enough to him.
You don't have to be good enough. You just need the experience. If you work on enough projects, like you would kill your you will kill your job if you do not move on. Especially if you do obviously the first thing you will seek is a senior position, like a bigger pay. Obviously, that's the only difference between a junior and a senior, is like bigger pay, bigger responsibilities. Right?
I don't know, I've not been a senior.
When I work with seniors, that's what they did. Like they took the hits and took the bigger cut of the pie. Because if something went wrong, they were the first to blame, not me. I guess business is I'm talking right now to you. I guess a business is much more better than a job when it comes to passion. Or when it comes to a job, I don't know. Like working for someone else is not something very passionate. I think you can have a strong passion for, especially if you, as Yuri experience, you think your boss's idea are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have done something else. Maybe then I would have not. I would have still loved to draw for fun. Right now, I'm just comfortable doing it. I don't do it for fun. Not always. Well, yeah, I meant like uh, a normal, I mean a cozy business, not I'm hungry for money and for more influence and for more power kind of business. They prefer to work for others. That's true. But at the end of the day, the bills have to be paid. So listen. This is what I'll say. It's better to be self-employed than to be employed by others because it's kind of the same thing, but you can cut the ties really quickly without a lot of responsibility on your end. Yeah, that's my point. Like you having your own business, that's the best way to go. If you're just in it for as a passion. But the best money, I guess, goes with chief position in any project. Or in any company. You can, yeah, and then the advantages of having a business is that if you get tired, you can mitigate the work to somebody else, like it was mitigated to you, especially in the creative field. That's how it worked. Like Yuri over here is a freelancer. She can actually start a business on this model. Just think about it. If you network enough with enough Bulgarian artists, and you get like you already have a head start, and you don't even have to be the one getting the jobs for them. You just have to get enough jobs so you can mitigate to your friends, and it's a win-win situation for you and for your friends. I don't know about the client, depends on depends on the end result for his end, but actually you get more money if you're a salesperson, like if you own, if you want to go business wise, in my opinion. But if you want just the safety and comfortable and less work, which implies to have a business, yeah, you can go for a chief position. You work for more in the beginning in the lesser paid jobs, but as advances progress, you work less and less, but more intense. Like you have the whole 8 hours compressed in of 5, then 4 hours, depending on how you work. And it's kind of expected of you to be awake at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. if necessary. No? I mean, this is my opinion. I'm pretty sure mine is more relevant since you're in business school. Actually, I like that you started working very early. I would have wanted to start the same, but there was a conflict with my parents, and in the end, I had to do what they said. since they were paying for my college, and I didn't get a job till the end of the end of college, which put me in a very shitty position. Because I had no idea what was out there for me. And like I said to my on one stream, like there are not there I haven't had the opportunity to have internship in my field. Yeah, but if you are like a junior or a paid someone, you can just tell your boss to fuck off. It's not your problem, it's his problem. Of course, that depends on how much you want the paycheck at the end of the day. But at least in my country, the law says the program stops at 5 o'clock. You start at 9 o'clock, you end at 5 o'clock. You have to go home. Like especially he will not be able to fire you for this reason, like because you didn't want to do overtime. The law in Romania stipulates that the only reason is like bad behavior or loss of profit because of that employee. So in this case, the fact that he didn't want to come in and you have losses because you mismanaged your project is not his problem, not the employee problem. I don't know how it is in France, but here it's not like in the US where the employee can just like wake up with toothache on one day and say, I'm going to fire half of my staff just because the fairy told me to. Like you could, there is also uh, the the firm can argue that it loses profit and it needs to cut out employees, but that is also, uh, yeah, the employee can seek out to sue you, and then you still have to pay them a lot of benefits. Oh, I never considered that. I wasn't very long, you know, I didn't stay long in my jobs with any. I was actually fired from one after 5 days.
What did you do?
Nothing. It was just that we I agree with them to be on trial work because I told him from the interview like the deadlines are impossible. You know, that was true, and it was weird because none, like I've told him, I have no experience in what his shed was. Uh, I was good, but not that good at using Photoshop and Illustrator, and not even his freaking senior, did the amount of work he expected me to do. And he was seeking someone with experience on an entry-level job, which was freaking impossible to get. Like, who the fuck will go on that pay and that workload? When they have 3 years experience, they will seek a very easy job, and they could get it. My reputation, oh, that it goes in my resume. Fuck them. That's why I like self-employed. Like I don't have to deal with their shit. I can just tell them to fuck off. So what? He's going to tell his shitty friends that they shouldn't work with me? Even better for myself. One thing I learned is that you don't want to give money to people you don't like or services. Fuck them. Like I lost 1 hour of my life on a deal that I should have just walked out of because the motherfucker didn't even want to close it. There's was no problem with anything but with the money, but he wasted my time trying to nitpick me on what was actually giving his money worth. When I actually should have said, look, you either give the money or you don't. You make me a deal where I walk out right now because right now you're not giving me no deal. You're just wasting my time. And it would have been much more better because my office was like uh, 10 minutes away from his freaking office and I couldn't have done something. But I've done shit. I would just wasted 1 hour. Then I went out in really pissed off and it just fucked up my whole day. Of course, that's everywhere, but they can fuck off in the terms. You see, this is what people don't get, especially mediocre people who give mediocre service. It doesn't matter how like why do you think Walmart and all those people pull out a lot of shit? Because they can, because there's they uh, they make their uh, this the service available and they make a demand for it. Like as a creative, I just have to have a good product, and I have to just if I just get one client out of 100, that's a good enough reference. This I mean, this sounds like I only work for exposure. I don't give a shit about exposure. I need the money. And most artists fall in this trap, like trends and whatnot. In the end, the guy who gets the most jobs sets the trend, or the most important jobs. You just get one, and it just tumbles in. The people who don't want to work you, even better. Yeah, it could be bad if you're just considering leads on his end, but I don't know. This is my opinion. I'm sure I'm talking mostly shit on from your background, but for my kind of personality, it doesn't work. If I don't like him, it's I should, because I was a person pleaser. It's even better like all the design people are successful design people. I mean, when I say successful, I mean people who survive closing out departments and closing down businesses and going into consulting and a different business because their business went downhill. And everybody says the same thing, like at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that you keep selling. All those relationship, all those deals in design, they don't matter. Like they will dry up in 1 year. Every job lead you get from a client, you will dry up in 1 year. So you cannot build a business out of that. Yeah, that's why they will pay. Listen, in the creative field, if they don't know you, they will pay you like an insurance fee. Ship money for a ton of work just to be ensured that the point is when you're working those kind of contracts, they have to be long-term contracts. Like he has to give you work for at least 3 months, 4 months. Otherwise, you can just tell him to fuck off. Yeah, this is how they try to. This is how they actually try to mess with us and give us shit. They say like, they don't know us. Well, we don't know them. Why should I trust them with that they would pay on time? It works both ways. Especially that's why when you're you're offering services, when you're self-employed and they approach you as a business to business, the one thing you have to tell them when they say, okay, I'm looking at your portfolio and I don't see a lot of work here. We're gonna have to pay you a shit fee, and you're going to say, well, I haven't heard of you. How do I know you're going to pay on time? You have to, and this is like, if you, of course, if you go on this path, it's not lucrative because obviously when you're trying to set a business deal, you have to be looking for the positives and not the negative for working with someone. So you'll obviously will have to change the subject to the project itself, and yeah, I've been told that the best way is actually to ask the business like, what would be the criteria for you to hire me, and they will just hand it over to you. And if you fit that profile, you will work with that dude. If not, it's best to move on. I mean, especially if you're self-employed, like as an artist, creative, there's not a lot of work you can do, in a month's time. So you really have to be picky with your clients. Otherwise, you'll just do the shitty jobs, and uh, when the good jobs knock on the door, they will not even knock on the door because you'll be too busy to look for them. You better be careful that kind of way of acting. No, I don't know, maybe. Honestly, my DJ career should have said fuck off to a lot of people before they tainted my reputation with their freaking bad reputation. Because I was inconsiderate on like I put it exactly like you, like I wasn't working for them. I wasn't employed by them. It was kind of like a freelance gig, so I wasn't tied to them for a very long. They didn't have responsibility towards me. So exactly like I said, like I should have put an impression like, how you fucking me over. But I didn't, and I had to pay for it. I don't know. I just now that I'm 30, I think respect should be built upon. It shouldn't be just granted because he's employing you. It's not like of course when when it's a business to business, it's less you respect from the start. But when you are employed by a company, it's bigger from the start because they take the responsibility of taking care of you to the extent of the employment contract. No, when you're self-employed, you're like he could cut ties like in say the deal is signed and 5 minutes after the ink dried, cancel it. It also does the problems of not have the payments on time. which can kill you as a business. I think even your client, you have to deal with them as if they are competition, not allies. Like allies are people you already work with. New clients are a risk. But obviously you will not put you will not talk to your client like this. The number one thing I've been told you have to be concerned of is asking them what would make the client hire you. That was intense. I don't know, maybe a lot of bullshit from my part, but that was my 2 cents. I hope I don't piss people off when I don't agree with them. I know I have sometimes I have a strong opinion. No, I don't mean strong is like maybe the wrong word. It's more like I'm very stubborn in my opinions. That's more appropriate. Yeah. I hope I didn't piss you off. I know I can be a bit stubborn with my ideas, but it's just that I give them I give them a good portion of my thoughts. Yeah, and I think you mistook me. Like I will not put from now on, I will not put the negative points on the client, because when you try to be the relationship, you should focus on the positives. So obviously, I would ask him like the criteria for him to hire me. What benefit does he think I can bring up to the project? That sort of thing. When I'm talking client to yeah, business to business, not to being employed. It's just maybe because of my age, because I've been screwed up so a lot of times. Like right now, I think about it. I don't befriend people I work with, because I have to consider the responsibility he takes. Like every time I look at a new deal, I consider what responsibility he takes, and if it's less responsibilities, it's risky for me. So I have to take that into account, and I will tell him. I will tell him that. Like putting him on the as a business to business, when if you put him on a pedestal, you just giving leverage over you to just drop down the price, and you don't want to do that, right? You want to give leverage to yourself to up the price. And if he has a problem with that, it's obviously not he's not a good client for you. because in creative, I mean, if I do illustration for someone, I'm taking the risk of doing the work, not getting paid. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can just put me in a box and in my place for something like that if you want to. I'm not actually arguing with you. I'm trying to point my opinions. I'm pretty sure you know business models that work much more better than fuck off. I don't want to work with you, kind. I don't know. When it comes to my responsibility, I really have to consider also the emotional stress I get from the job. It's worth the pay. And if I actually can do it, consider like a certain job could be could go very smoothly and very fast because of a good connection with the client. But and I'm not saying about revision or stuff like that, but just because I don't like the client, and if I'm not even if he tries to constantly screw me over, I just don't like the client's process will be slowed down, and it will affect my other work as well. Other choice and situation, yeah. And like I said, my personality is not very, it's not a common type, especially not in the business world. Business people are not creatives, or only the most, hard only the most successful business are my personality kind of type. Like people who do not settle for ignoring. Yes, you can. I've been told that all I need is like I kind of agree with this. It's better to do a different kind of job than do a shitty one in the field you want to. Like it's better to just pick the best paid different kind of job. Like at some point, it might even be better to just be employed like a junior or something in whatever shit company. Like just be a clerk and you were a graphic designer before, just to get the money, than to take shit design jobs. If you talk about staying reputation, that could actually make it worse for you working on in taking a shit client. You just want the money. You want to have the funds to survive. It's best to have like I've been told like if you are a self-employed one, it's best to have like at least 8 to 12 months worth of saving to survive with no client. And the reason I can agree with that is because that's how my father survived the the market crash in 2007 because he did not have any clients for 2 years, and he survived from savings and unpaid contracts as a business. And I see, and the reason why I'm very picky more than is recommended because I've seen on him the effect of choosing shit clients. One is pay not on time, contracts, due dates being pushed, so that thing can occur not full payments. Like someone you cannot work with, you should avoid instantly. And as a creative, you cannot work with more than, I don't know. Let's say on average, you'll do 6 to then double that number, like say 6 to 12 jobs a month as a max. But then you will have to employ someone else yourself to do the jobs for you. So saying no to people is a good idea. Plus, big design agency ask for a lot of money as a reinsurance that the client cannot back off out of the deal. Because obviously, if you ask for a lot of money and the client agrees, yeah, so yeah, even they have say like, I don't care how big you are, we need security over you. This is going to be a one-time job, like I don't know, a campaign, and then you'll come knocking at our door maybe in 3 more years, 2 more years. That doesn't cut it. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I know I'm less like I'm really untrustworthy of anyone that hires me. I mean, I'm not trusting them at all. Yeah, like I'm not looking for people to like me. I'm looking for the client that is going to pay me, and that's good enough for me. When it comes to repeat sales, it's good to have a very strong relationship with the client, but I know that is going to be limited depending on the field, but that's going to be limited. Even for your case, I'm pretty sure she will not work for the same if she's not employed, if she's self-employed, which is that is going to maybe going to come later in your career. I don't know, depending on. Uh, that's a really wild guess, depending on what you want to do. But I'm pretty sure you'll not work for the same company for more than 6 years, because if you haven't noticed, game companies tend to fire their seniors a lot
Why?
because of the need of fresh talent, because of less pensions. As a business, they make more profit if they just fire an entire team and rebuild from scratch. That's why games look more shittier today, because you see less and less people with a lot of experience working over and over at the same company, and the teams are being rebuilt, and the teams being shuffled around. Creatives are seen as a tradable asset in the creative fields. So for them, like I said, it's much more better to have a new team every 3 years to work with. Could be the yield result will be bigger they will do a bigger result in a less span time than an older team, which is comfortable and will take their time. You know, this is just because new people bring new ideas to the table. So you'll probably jump a few studios if you try to get hired. But maybe I'm wrong and you will end up, I don't know, retiring from the same company. But that's not what I read when it comes to game development. Usually a team is dissolved when the franchise starts to tank. That was a very long monologue. Okay, I can see it another way. You can. Did you frame this on the spiral?
Not exactly.
You can actually frame this with a Fibonacci sequence, and it will work perfectly. Do you know how to do that?
I don't think I do.
So a Fibonacci is like it's like the sorry, deleting this whole conical one. You don't need to see. It's like a golden ratio, but you do it with natural numbers. So you'll have one size unit, and then you're going to double that. Then you have two. Then you will go for a free-sized unit. Then you will go with 5. And you can see that already you have a sequence. Let's say 5. It does, I'm not drawing anything shit about exactness right now. It's just an example. 5, 7, 9. I don't think it's 7. I forgot a number beyond 5 because nobody ever uses beyond. And you don't have to do an increasing sequence or reverse sequence. You can do like 1 2 1 2 1 2. You can do like 1 2 3 2 3 2 3 and 5. You know, and you can also use this with pi. You can also do this sequence with a pi. No, with golden ratio. size. So you can have one square, then this length as a golden ratio, then this one, you know? And I think this one would work best, like to have the dragon occupy this portion. Sorry. No. Just a moment. I was actually measuring with wrong. So you have this portion of the canvas because it already looks like that. This portion to be occupied by the dragon. No, it already looks like that. Then to have the empty space, and right here is the character on this. Then the end. See, it's already there. And you will have a golden ratio balanced. Doing a sequential. Or you can go with a Fibonacci. It works just the same. Like have the dragon occupy like 3, then have a space between the character. I think that's even more appropriate. Like a 3, then a space of 2 between the dragon head and the character, and then 1 space between the character and the margin.
Talk to me with simple words. What do you think I should do? Make something smaller, move it to the left, move it to the right.
I'm dropping frames. You could just say fuck off to me. I'm just bringing up ideas, you know?
That's okay, but I don't understand them. There's so much numbers and shit. I can't follow that. Just put it in very simple terms, like you're talking to a retard.
Draw a square.
Where?
Draw on a new layer. Draw a square shape, then duplicate it, then divide it by the golden ratio. Just look it up on the internet. It's 1.618. 1.618. That doesn't have to be precise. You're not a fucking math guy. No. Do a real square. You there's now there is a square shape.
Yeah,
object.
there is.
Use that.
Does it seriously matter if it's a perfect square or not?
You cannot select that shape and do what I just told you.
I have no idea what you want me to do.
Okay, I'll do it for you. Like, Illustrator. Hold on. I'll send you. Do you want the Fibonacci or the golden section?
I don't know. What is easier?
I'll send you both, and you can take a look. And you don't. Like I said, you can say fuck off to me. I'm just bringing up some ideas to say yes or fuck off. Either options work. Hold on. This is much more easier to do in Illustrator.
Alright.
Opens up. Yeah, it's like it's your work. I think it looks really good, but considering how pretentious you are with your own work, I think it's the best way to just add up a lot of rules like this. Rules that make sense, obviously. Most people will notice if you use this kind of shit. That's the advantage. It's the same way when you are making comics. If you know how to do cinema shots, you will do very well. People will know your skill, will notice your skills. And I don't mean the readers. I mean the people to employ you. I mean, especially not the business owner. Like if you're going to be hired by the lead designer or something like that, you know, they will look at your portfolio and say, I want this dude or this girl. Maybe. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Like I would hire someone like who would do like that. You can even use flat geometric, by the way. It doesn't suggested like the conical and 3D objects to for the perspective. But you can also choose flat geometric. Or basically, that's what the 3 by 3 grid is. Like you have a square in the middle, and its points and edges are the interest points. Right. So I need a square. You'll not see what I do unless I transition the scene, which I don't want to. Okay, let's transition the scene so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have a square. Let's see. I'll make it 90 meters, so it's going to be the first one is going to be even, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to do it like that. I need it to snap. Thank you. F. No, now I duplicate it. I'm going to divide it by 9.6.8. Now I'm going to divide this one again. Sorry. No, I'm gonna duplicate it first. And the copy, I'm going to divide it. You can even go with strange numbers when you do this, when you do a sequence. It doesn't have to be neither Fibonacci, neither the golden ratio. You can even go with pi. That makes sense. Or tau, or any other number. That's interesting. So yeah, this could be one way to divide it. Let me take it. And I'm going to send you some PNG files, okay? Or no, you're probably not going to. What CC do you have?
What?
What Photoshop do you have?
CS6.
Oh, okay. You're not going to be able to read it. I'm going to send you some PNGs. So yeah, this is one way. I've got a freaking shortcut, so I'm going to make a new artboard. Now for the Fibonacci. No, it doesn't matter how big this square is. That. What you doing? No. What's going on? A bunch of crap. Oh, I see now. I'm freaking dyslexic. Fuck. Man, I swear so much. I'm going to get flagged or something. Right, I made one with 5. And it was going to be one with 3. So can you kind of guess how you're going to use this?
I have no idea.
Okay, but the previous one with the this one with the golden ratio. Okay, so let me show you. The dragon head would wrong tool. Sorry, I need a brush one. So the dragon head would be here, right on this line. Doesn't matter which way up, unless you want to divide it horizontal as well. You could do that, and the character will be here. No, on this other line. Does this make sense to you now?
Yep.
Okay, I think the one with 5 doesn't work well as this one. So I'm going to use this one. On this one is going to be this freaking line. Just one moment. And this freaking line. So yeah, over here the head. Over here the... Notice? It's like they're pretty close. But they are reliable portion that the eye cannot be you can have there's not going to be illusion if you do it right like this. The eye will see the proportion. There's not going to be any illusion like the head is too much to the left, too much to the right. Like if they intersect these lines, even if they are a bit off, they're still going to be good. Yeah, so this one goes to hell, and so does the artboard. So I'm sending you this for reference, okay?
All right.
Or you can do it like just to help you not do the work 2 times. What else? You can also do it on horizontal. You could do that. I think the 5 version will work on horizontal. So hold on. By the way, I never heard someone actually use a 5-point perspective.
Yeah, because they aren't idiots.
Unless it's like on an uneven surface, which is mirrored, like the hood of a car. But then there's more than 5. Maybe on the hood of the car. This is kind of a different kind of projection altogether. Ooh, what you having? What you having, what you having for lunch? Speaking of lunch. So yeah, on the... But I guess you'll have to use the Fibonacci version, or both of them. So yeah, now you would have to be like the edge of the ruins to be here, character to be here. No, somewhere like here. No? Too geometric. Just code for, I'll just send you the vertical alignment. It's going to be too static if you go both ways. That's why the spiral is the most preferred version for the golden ratio. Support for screens, all of them. 1, 2, 3. This is, what's the name? The folder. Oh, nice. Enjoy. Right, I screwed this over. Just a moment. I forgot to remove the white. And like I said, you can say fuck off to me. It's no problem. Okay, I don't know why the first one is white.
Nah, don't worry about it. I'll just put it on multiply.
I know why they're white, because the squares were white. Okay, again. Support, place, blah 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 blah. Whatever. The last one is golden ratio. So the ones with the squares are the Fibonacci, and so I just did a bit of the work for you, and like I said, you can just ignore them if you want. This is the first time I have so many people watching on YouTube.
Maybe you should be explaining ratios more often.
You're not on Watch Me Work anymore?
Me?
Yeah, I'm paired up with some dudes, which apparently you talked to about with like a few minutes ago. But you're not with in my group anymore.
I'm with Ren, Yorhu, and I'm something else.
Oh, never mind. Whatever. I'm starting to dislike Watch Me Work a lot.
It's weird. There's still some things they need to work out.
Have you met a lot of people through the service? Because I haven't.
I think with you, it's 2 people.
So yeah, just 2 people. So the service doesn't work as I would like. like it to work.
I don't know. I don't mind that I haven't met a ton of people because I don't really talk, so there's nothing I can expect.
Oh. So I was a boon for your streaming, so to speak. What do you think of this pose? Yay or nay? So far.
The back arm is going all kinds of ways.
So the hand is bisexual? Is that what you're saying?
It might be. I haven't asked it. We shouldn't be presumptuous. It's rude.
This one. Wait, let me highlight that. This one. Can you see it?
Yeah.
This one, which I circled?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one goes a bit. Yeah, it's a bit too low.
Like, the elbow is just very, very low.
Yes, that's true. In the initial version. Because at some point the person was much more taller. When I drew that hand. I think I'm gonna have exactly the walk cycle in the reference. The problem with the photo reference is that oh, what's this? Her shoulder. This one is actually tilted up, and this one is so she's basically leaning to the side like this. But I'm seeing it from the side. And this hand is obviously a bit lower than something like that. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. Obviously, I exaggerated a bit. Not quite like that. And she doesn't have osteoporosis, or whatever that's called. Oh, it's because she has like I get it now. She's walking, so she has one foot on the ground. This is the one. It goes a bit into the front, and the other one she just lifted the foot, kind of like that. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Whatever. I don't know what. Would it be backward? What do you think? Would it be backward, tilted backward?
What are you asking?
How would the shoulder tilt when you have weight? Obviously, like this, it doesn't work. It's stupid. From my perspective, it seems stupid. But what about backward? Tilted like this.
Usually the tilt of the shoulders is opposite that of the hips.
Sorry, that dropped.
Usually the tilt of the shoulders is opposite the tilt of the hips.
It dropped again, for fuck's sake.
Very rude.
Say it, can you write it down, because the frame rate, it's awful, and the mic keeps getting interrupted. Did you hear it?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah, sure. I was not sure it got the other end. Like, only the important parts, only the important bits. Like, you have to do, and that. You get it now? That's all I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense either, maybe. I guess the shoulder is lifted because this hand is backward and that one is a bit forward. Yeah, and that also changes the orientation of the. Yeah, I get it now. Now it makes sense. So, because her butt is actually on a different plane, on a different orientation. She's actually walking. So this is the side view, but she's actually walking a bit into, I don't know. So let's say this is her walking, this is the side view. She's walking a bit into that direction. But she's looking over there in the picture. Let's see what we wrote. Kind of sucks when that happens, sorry. Yeah. Actually, in this picture is actually exactly like I drew it, like, because the orientation is the same with the shoulder because of the weight. Is it like this? I'm kind of not really sure. Cannot be really sure. But that's kind of the way the butt seems to move. Like, it seems to move in that direction. Sorry. Fuck me. Whatever. Like that. Let me change the color. Wow. I'm wasting time. I think you already did this piece. Might I be wrong? You already tried to do this piece before?
What?
This illustration, you already tried to do it before.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
What have I done on stream? The ninja, the thing with war and the horse and whatnot.
Okay. By the way, you're doing great. Subscribers. All you need now it's 900 more. Then go for the 10K subscriber. I have, let's see, how many do I have? Where can you see how many subscribers do you have?
You have 3.
Yeah, I have 3.
Yeah. Just you can look at your stream and scroll down. It's right next to your name.
No, I have looked at my screen. It doesn't say that because I'm the streamer. And no, I on yours I've seen it on the streaming window because it tells me to subscribe and I'm subscribed and it tells me the number. For me, that place is empty. It says edit video.
Oh yeah, I looked at mine. Yeah, you have 3, and one of them is me.
Thank you. I think the other one is my. Then there's an Italian illustrator. Feels good to eat. It's been already 2 hours. I think I got one each as well. Yeah, any plans for the weekend?
Nah.
Nah. Actually, I don't know why I have that hand facing the front. I don't need it there. I just needed the left arm out of the way so I can draw the body. Yay! How old is he? That's great. Is it actually Theo or because I think that's a joke that Theo is your brother, but is he your brother? Sorry, I forgot to mention to I'm talking to 21. Oh, that's so nice. That's a lovely age to be a boy. Like you're old enough to go out with older women, and young enough to go with young girls as well. You have a foot in both worlds. I love it. Was my favorite age, 22 to 23. Oh, that's so sweet. Foot looks a little bit weird, doesn't it? So you're going to have like a surprise party for him, just uh, a dine out, so a couple of friends invited, big night out. How does the Soulards party? I don't know if hope I didn't mutilated your family name. Just there. A Brazilian restaurant. Nice. Oh, you have many brothers. Nice. Or not. I don't know. I didn't get I don't get along with my brother. That's what I'm saying. At all. So they are not wild childs. That's cool. I feel weird saying this, but I feel like I have to add uh, boobs that cover a lot of the chest. because male readership. There has been quite a backlash at the recent trends in superhero comic books in America in 2017, 2015 till 2017. And because of their moves to shake up a little bit, uh, the industry, like, yeah, Marvel kind of fucked up the industry a little bit, but it's not the fault of, it's just a stigma to try to draw people differently, superheroes differently than the norm, like, obviously super beautiful people. But yeah, like I said, they fucked it up, and it's not the body, it's not a body issue, but people kind of have a stigma on it. But the writing was so awful in the last 3 years for the main Marvel series. Awful. Okay, I read a few pages from said comic books, and like, it's not worth the money. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. How about you, Mai? Do you like to party a lot? Mm-hmm. Oh, I would go out more if I could afford to. I was out every week, Thursday, Friday, when, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a lot of fun. I think they're big enough. I will draw another character in with different body shape just to compensate for this. I just don't see any reason not to make her look good. But she's going to have like a bit of belly, tummy belly. Yeah, kind of a bit of a belly. Have no problem with that. I really have to think of a really good story to get the focus out to the boobs. And I don't think there is, I haven't thought of any situation where I'm going to draw my characters in underwear. But I need these sketches for reference use. I need to have the body shape sketched out, fleshed out, no doubts of how the body structure is. If you get my meaning.
Yep.
Yeah. If I have her stretch, the tummy fat will go away. Her arms in the back, I mean. I don't want to draw her like she's always flexing the tummy. No, it sounds weird, but when you draw comics, you deal with a lot of action and poses. No, so it kind of makes sense to flesh this out in the beginning, so it doesn't slow you down. Obviously, in a game environment, as a concept artist, you're not quite concerned with this. That field belongs to the guy who does the puppet. No? Am I right? Am I wrong, Yuri?
About what exactly?
Doing the body structure. I think that's the guy who does the puppet work concern.
Well, it's partially mine as well, because I need to design something that can actually move.
Yeah, but you're not concerned if she's going to have the tummy always flexed like this.
No, I don't care about that.
See? Yeah, that's going to be the trouble, not yours. write my. I will also going to go have lunch because it's almost 5 o'clock. So thank you for hanging out with me. It's been always a pleasure as usual. I sounded a bit grumpy
Don't worry about it.
and critical, and sorry for the if I pushed you a little bit into the composition and all, but this is I like talking more theory than okay, now I'm drawing this and that and blah 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 blah. And the dragon hands look awesome. So he's going to be a six-legged dragon.
Technically, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So that was me. This guy enjoying. I was joined by Yuri of the Castle. Also streaming right now on YouTube, and we were supposed to be on Watch Me Work, but it didn't quite work. To be on the same window. Right. And so next stream is going to be Monday 2 p.m. Eastern European time. Let me pull up my schedule just for a bit. So yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern European time. That's GMT +3 right now. And again on Wednesday and Friday at 8 p.m. Central time, Central Daylight Saving Time. As for you Americans, that's going to be on Twitch and YouTube. I stream every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern European time and 2 p.m. on Fridays. That's Wednesday and Fridays for YouTube. So yeah, that was me. Bit of my machine gun AK-47 keyboard. And I will see you next time. Okay. See you, Yuri.
Bye.